What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mikey Yourself. And this week's video, we're gonna kind of continue on with some of the stuff we did last week. I liked the levers that we put on the 17 Road Glides so much, those are the chrome ones, that I just went ahead and I ordered the ones for this. Now, when I did the reviews, like, I kind of like to jump into reviews in Amazon, and I always go after the 3-star stuff because that's where I feel like you get kind of a fair assessment. It's nobody who's hyping up a product, and there's nobody who's just totally bashing it. So I look at those and I look for recurring themes. And the one thing I did see in some of them, I don't know if it was specific to this brand, but people saying, hey, one side fit and the other one didn't. So we're gonna have to be very careful in purchasing this. What I make sure in those types of scenarios is I look to see if there's free returns, because if there is, then you send it back, right? No harm, no foul. You get your money back. It is what it is. So now, we got the chrome levers that we're going to throw on. I also ordered some DOT approved airline. So we're going to swap all of the airlines out from the bike. We're going to get that stuff out that's in there. Now, just feeling this feels a little bit more rigid than what I've had. Actually, this actually feels like rigid, like what happens to this when it starts to fail. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to work out, because the stuff I have in there now is very, very flexible. It's got a rubbery feel, but like I said, over time that gets really hard. So I don't know if because of this being DOT approved, it will just be like this. I mean, right, like, you can't get stiff if it's already stiff, I guess. Well, anyhow, we'll pull that stuff out, replace it with this. It came with a little cutter, so that way we don't goof up the ends or whatever. It like keeps it from being marred. So that's good. All right, so it looks like it's the same stuff as with the Road Glide. You just put the little spreader in there. All right, and I didn't damage it, so that's a win. Cool. So we'll go ahead and pull this one off. Gotta push that pin out. I don't know if we're gonna have to, definitely got to move the mirror, that's for sure. Let's move that. Cool. That was nice and easy. Rag. Hopefully stuff won't move around on me there. All right, so we'll take a look at the brake. These are a little bit different, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think all the contact points are the same. So let's go ahead and put it on. Make sure we don't jack up our little button or anything there. Throw a little silicone grease on this thing. I have to go back and tighten up this mirror. But, all right, cool. So, brake side fits. Let's, go ahead and put this little annoying clip on. Let me see if I can do it with the tool. Oh, there's the first one to drop. All right, well, dropped it. Like I warned you guys, that happened. Oh, lucky me. Look at that. did tweak it slightly, but not to a point of concern. All right. I'm gonna have to move that mirror. Pull that out. Okay, so let's do our side by side. They don't give you a new nylon pin, so you gotta watch that. Make sure you don't damage it or anything. But yeah, looks the same. Cool. So let me throw a little silicone on the nylon pin, and then we'll put that on. With the clutch cable, and then I'll show you guys kind of where you have to adjust if you don't know. If you need to adjust your clutch cable, there's a couple different places that you need to do it. I would highly recommend watching videos on it because you want to make sure you get it right the first time. That way you don't have to do it again. There we go. All right. Now let's go ahead and slide the cable through. There we go. There we go. So apparently you got to come from the bottom up. I don't know. That seemed to work out really, really well. Let's throw our pin in there, and then we have to adjust our clutch again, which this one isn't too bad. That's when you got to open up your primary and do your adjustment there. That takes a little bit more effort. And if you do that, you may have to replace your gasket when you open up the derby cover. I don't see any gaps or anything weird. Kind of to the point that some of the other people were making. Yeah, brake was fine. The clutch now, like I said, got to adjust it, and you put your little space there, which is like about the width of a nickel. So I'll work through that process off camera, not a big deal, but it's on. Gotta do my mirrors again. I don't know. I'll clean it up and we'll take a look, see what you guys think. Let me just get that readjusted. It's gonna take a little bit. All right, so now I've got mine adjusted. So when I say about a nickel space, so if I pull on it, that's about as much slack as I get out of it. Is about I could squeeze a nickel in there. That seems to work good. I think we're solid there. And just to kind of share with you guys where I was adjusting, if you haven't seen it, or if you've never done one before, you've got this adjustment down here as part of your clutch cable, if you have a clutch cable, or yeah, like a physical clutch instead of a, what do you call it, hydraulic clutch. So under that boot, just make sure there's still a little bit like, I don't know if it's grease or what the hell I put on here. I think it's a grease, a lube. Just help keep it from getting like nasty and rusty and whatever locked up. You won't be able to adjust it. So if you ever have to do your clutch, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let's take a look. I just got to put those little annoying clips on, but they look good, man. Better than the dull look. All right. Let's do some airlines. All right, so I'm gonna start. I already got the cover off of this side, and I mean on the other side, all we have to do is access the shock, because I plumbed this so that all of my connectors are on the right side, and that way I don't have to bounce between sides. I just wanted to be able to manage it under one side. So this was the side I picked. That's where my release valve is and all that stuff. So yeah, anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect. I should have pressure in this. So as soon as I release it. All right, but we're already up on the scissor jack. So no big deal. So the cool thing is I have a template to build off of. All I have to do is cut, you know, all the same lengths, and then just swap them out. So I'll just take all these connections off. I really like the push to connect fetters. Yeah, terminal, whatever. I like these so much better than the other style, so that's what I'm talking about. These are nice. I wonder if they fail more or whatever. I've had some fail on me. So I don't know if guys, if you know, like, your experience with them. And we're gonna have to do the line all the way out to the compressor, because eventually that'll probably fail too if I don't. All right, so I'm gonna put these on the floor. Oh, that's weird. It's like it still has air in it. Not sure what the deal was with that. Alright. So we got that. Alright. And then we'll do the other side last. Alright, well, so I already kind of primed the tip of this with this little cutting tool, so you just kind of put it through. Smash it down. It's got a razor blade, and that should keep the cuts all nice and perfectly straight. We'll see if that's true or not. So for our first run, we'll do the compressor through there, up through here. I think that was it. It just kind of went through. We tuck back. So we should be good there. Go ahead and cut it. All right, now we'll do the shock. Fish it through first. Right. That into there. Slide it up. Okay, and we'll cut this one just like that. Tube that goes to the, hopefully you guys can see this. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Just go into the release valve here. Good tug back. That should be it. I like this little cutting tool. Makes it a little bit easier. All right, so now we just need to hook it all up. So let's go with our compressor line first. It's a main feed there. I did forget one. That's to go between the two T connections. There. All right, so we just need a small piece. All right, that should be it. Now we can test it out, make sure it's not leaking, and yeah, this will be done. All right, got my handy dandy soapy water. Let's throw some air in the system. All right, so I've checked all my couplers on this side at least. The only thing that looks sus is a little bit there, but it could have been when it squirted out of the bottle, so we'll do another test there just to be sure. And what I'm looking for now is just that more bubbles don't start generating, and it's not. Then we also checked out our dump valve to make sure that that wasn't leaking. When I did my first setup on the Road Glide, it's actually this kit, I totally failed on tightening that enough, and I was leaking air like crazy. It was driving me a little nuts, but we're good at all of our points there. Now let's go over and check the other side, and we're not seeing any bubbles, so I think we're good. All right, guys, so that's gonna be a wrap for this one. Take these things off. Getting old sucks. Sometimes can't see anymore. Like, what the hell? Can't see far, can't see close. I don't know what's going on. Anyhow, the those levers look awesome, man. I like those levers. 20 bucks, dude. You can't beat that. So I'll throw that in the description. If you watch the other video for the Road Glide, I'll throw the ones that were bought for that. It's really going to be a matter of like how well do they stand up over time. Do they start to flake, whatever, like what's the quality of the chrome, but I don't know, they seem pretty cool. I like them. And then as far as the airline goes, I gotta wait some time to let the elements get to it and see. Like I said, I mean, maybe it get more brittle, but that's kind of the point of it being DOT, is it's supposed to be able to make, you know, meet certain regulatory requirements. So we'll see what happens. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up. Blah, 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 you know what to do. And until my next one posts, I hope to see you in the win.